Everyone, it's Maggie here. I'm going to show you how to make a tag. The poodles are here, ready to watch me. They're such good little helpers. They'll be down asleep in a minute. Anyway, let's get started. We're going to use these tags that came in the May kit. They are Prima tags and they're extra long and I just love them. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the Prima crackle mask and add some distressed look. I am using Tim Holtz gathered twigs and just going to randomly ink the crackles. That's what we're looking like so far. A little bit more down in this corner. Eek! A little bit too much ink here, but that's all right. We'll cover it up. Okay, next thing we're going to do, I'm going to take this Crafter's Workshop mask. It's called Mini Cell Theory. Now, it looks kind of funky, but I really love the way it looks. So, and I'm also going to use this creative medium that came in the mixed media kit. And this little palette knife that also came in the mixed media kit. I really like this one. I think it's my favorite of all the ones in there. Anyway, this creative medium is really cool. It's kind of got an iridescent shade to it. It's really pretty. So anyway, let's put some of that on here and there. This stuff is really pretty, but it doesn't show up really great on camera, but I think you can kind of catch the glint off of it. Okay, so I dried that and it's all nice and sparkly, but I see that I missed a little bit over in here and up here in this corner, and I kind of want masking all over my entire project. So just for fun, I'm going to take a different mask. This one right here is, what is this called? Mini Kaleidoscope. And it's new, so of course I want to use it. Got it from the store. So I'm just going to cover up these little areas that I missed with this mask, just for fun. Okay, I'm going to go wash off my mask and I'll be right back. Okay, so now my tag is all dry. Got my masking in place. I've decided that I'm going to use this chipboard teacup that came in the kit. I think it's so cute and I think it'll make a really nice tag, so I'm going to use that. So for my colors, I'm going to kind of concentrate on this turquoise and this peachy pink. Pulled out a few other things from, there were some tags from my mind's eye, so I pulled out several of those. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them, but they're here. And this little scrap of paper from the Prima Divine collection. And I've selected some mist. Let's see, what do we got here? I've got the Delusions ink spray that came in the mixed media kit, I believe. This is called Vibrant Turquoise. I have pulled out Lindy's Fuzzy Navel Peach and Lindy's Alpine Ice Rose and Tibetan Poppy Teal. Notice that the Tibetan Poppy Teal and the Alpine Ice Rose have dabber tops on them, but I also have Ice Rose with a sprayer. It's one of my favorite colors. So now, going to make a mess and start spraying this tag. Going to start with my lighter color, which is the Alpine Ice Rose. Another thing that I usually do is keep a wad of paper towels close by and a spray bottle of water. I don't like real, I don't want it to be too concentrated, so I give a little spray here, a little spray there, a little blot here, a little blot there. Now what I am going to do is I put down the Alpine Ice Rose, which is a little bit on the pink side, so I'm going to dry that, and then I'm going to put a layer of Fuzzy Navel Peach on top of that, and I think that's going to give me the peach color that's in the teacup. Okay, I think that's dry. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's the color I want. Okay, can you see how the embossed part is resisting? I think that's kind of neat. Dry this. See the resist? It's kind of cool. Okay, I'm going to take my Cape Cod Coral, which is a little bit lighter than Fuzzy Navel Peach. It has a dabber top, and I am going to dab on a little bit of that over some of these areas that are a little bit too pink for my taste. Okay. Okay, we're building up some nice layers of color here. Now, I'm sort of afraid to use this Delusions, but I'm going to be brave. Only because it comes out so nice, and I only want a little dibble-dabble of it. I think I'm going to cover part of my tag just in case I get huge overspray. Yeah, like that. I don't want that much on there. So I'm going to take a wet paper towel, my spray bottle, and I'm going to blot that off a bit. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Then I'm going to lay some pink over top of it. To go back with some more Alpine Ice Rose because I like that color. And I want a little more pink here. So what we have so far is really just nice layers of color. In the very background we've got some of the crackle effect from the mask, and then we've got the, I don't know, the many cells masking, and that's kind of iridescent and showing through, and then we've got layers of pink and the blue. Okay, I'm back having dried those two layers. I'm still not quite happy with my colors, so I now have some Icy Primrose Gold. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on there just to peach up that pink. And let's see, I think I need to blot that a little bit. That's a little too orange, but I think that's perfect. Yep, let's give that a dry. Now, I need to distress this tag. I should have done this a while ago, but it doesn't matter. Okay, to ink the edges, I'm going to use this Donna Salazar Mixed Media Inks. This is Peaches, and I have these cool little color box tools that I like. And just ink up the edges real nice. I want to dry that. That mixed media ink dries real slow, so I'm going to turn on the heat gun for a second. Okay, I have some Dewdrop. This is called, what is this? Iridescent Poppy. Pearlescent Poppy, sorry. And I'm just going to do that a little bit around the edges just to add a little bit of a different color. Oh boy, hold on. You really don't need to throw your inks across the room. Doesn't do a thing for the floor. Plus it scares my poodles. They think they think I'm throwing things at them. Okay, I like that better. Okay, set that to the side. Okay, in the mixed media kit came these foam stamps from Claudia Helmuth's studio. These are really cool. I like them a lot. And this little one right here is my favorite. So I'm going to pull it out. This one's kind of cool too. They're all kind of cool. And I'm going to take a piece of acrylic. And I'm going to take some 3D stamp paint from Viva Gold. This comes, we sell this in the store, comes in quite a few colors. This one is called Lime Green Metallic. I don't know why they call it lime green, because it's not lime green. It's a really pretty greeny turquoise color. Anyway, going to take this little thing right here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of it on my acrylic block. And I'm going to take my stamp, and I'm going to stamp into it. And I'm going to test it on a piece of scrap paper. Yeah, I don't want such big spots. Okay, that ought to do. And I'm just going to do a little stamping with it. I love this paint. It's got, I guess it's glitter in it, and it just sparkles, and it's so pretty. Okay, I want to use some of this red. Let's see what color. What is it called? Carmine red. It's a pretty, pretty color. Okay. They're pretty. Such a pretty color. This tag has just layers and layers of color. I hope you can see it. I'm going to turn this light off, see if that helps. Yeah, can you see all the layers of color? It's really pretty. Okay. Okay, I'm getting wild and crazy now. I'm thinking just a little bit of black on this tag might be kind of fun. So I've got some golden lump of coal here from Lindy's. I'm just, ooh, didn't like that. Just gonna splatter a little bit. Okay, that's starting to look okay. And finally, I want to put one more layer of color on this tag. I'm going to use Lindy's Glitz Spritz. Blazing Sun. And this is nothing more than a spray that just adds glimmer. It doesn't really have color. So this is just going to put a little shimmer of gold over the whole tag. You probably won't even be able to see it on camera, but I'll know it's there. Just adds a bit of richness. Yeah. So you can kind of see it shimmering all over. Okay, need to dry that. Okay, I think I'm going to work with this tag and this tag. I don't need this part on this tag, so I'm going to cut it off. And this one is kind of green, so I'm going to use some Distress ink and tumbled glass and just make it a little more blue. We'll just take a little Lindy's to it. I'm using, again, Tibetan Poppy Teal. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay, then let's distress. Okay, let's see. Ink the edges with this tumbled glass. Now, what do I want to do with this one? Let's distress. This piece of lace here, and I'm going to put the lace under the coffee cup. So this is kind of what I'm going for. What I want to do is kind of gather this lace up a little bit so that it looks like it's round. So I don't know, that'll be an interesting little adventure. But what I need to do is mark where the coffee cup is going. So I'm going to cut away a little bit at the edge. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is glue the center down. And I am using hot glue. So I will probably burn my fingers before this is all over, because I always do. I'm just going to put a line of hot glue along my pencil line. And I'm going to take my trusty little tweezers and bunch up the lace. Okay, so far so good, no burnt fingers. One of the things that sometimes works good about using hot glue is you can reheat it if you need to make a change. Whereas with other glue, it's kind of like if you try to make a change, you end up ripping it up. So let's see, let me give that a trial fit. Yeah. Okay, I've sort of worked out how I want everything placed on here. So I'm going to mark it with my pencil. Of course, okay, I'm still not happy with the something about this tag is just not striking me the way I want it to. So I've decided to get out I want some bold color on here. This is all kind of bleeding together. So I've gotten out the classic teal acrylic paint. And I smeared a little bit on my thing here, my acrylic block, and now I'm going to stamp. Cross your fingers. I hope this looks good. I'm going to stamp it in the middle first where it's not going to show, just in case I don't like it. And you know what? I do like it, so here we go. Okay, now I want to pop up my layers. So I'm going to put foam stickies on the back. Let's see. Okay, so there we have it. Now, we need some flour. Okay, here's where we're at now. Now, the next thing I want to do, we're going to put some flowers on. We're going to put some leaves on. I've cut these little leaves with a Martha Stewart leaf punch out of a piece of scrap paper that has kind of a bluish green tint to it, so it'll work better with this. But the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take, let's see, this is Lindy's Frosty Forest Green with a dabber top, and I'm just going to dab some of that on all these leaves so that the appearance won't be so flat and the color so consistent. And in keeping with the bluish green that's in our tag, I'm also going to touch a little bit of Tibetan poppy teal onto these leaves. Okay. When they all start fluttering around, you know that they're dry. So these are pretty. See? Now, handy dandy glue gun. Yeah, those will look good there. There we go. That looks nice. Okay, I think everything that I've used here came in the kit or from the store. There, how do you like that? I think that's looking kind of pretty. Got a few little loose glue strings here and yon. Okay, there it is. One way to get rid of the little loose glue strings is to take your heat gun and melt them. Okay, there it is. I think that's it. That's finished. So let's see. These tags all came from the store. The flowers came from, or not, they came from the store, yes, but they came in the kit, more importantly. These are Kaisercraft roses that came in the kit. These are magnolia, little, oh, I don't know, berries came in the kit. This lace is from my stash, and of course the 2 stencils that I used are from my stash, as is all of the Lindy's. However, it all came from the store. The last set of dots that we put on was done with this, which came in the kit. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I want to see the tags that you make. Thanks for watching.